Hi, y'all. Jamie here, proud 54-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. When last I left off, I was in a new relationship and I was all in love. And with a boy named Damon. I was 16, he was 15. We were in Houston living at the Montague Hotel, downtown Houston. And 3 months into our relationship, Damon asked me, what did I think of an open relationship? So I had a response. I said, okay, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I think that would be hot. Like, we know we love each other, so it's not a big deal, right? I said, okay, sure. Let's go ahead and try that. So in those days, only the dolls worked. We didn't let our boyfriends work. I don't know why it was that way, but it was. And it was stupid on our part, but the dolls didn't believe in letting anyone else touch their men. So anyway, stupid, I know. I left him at the hotel one night and I went down to Westheimer by myself. And Westheimer was a main cruising strip for a lot of teenage, like high school and college kids. And I was 16 and I picked up a 16-year-old high school boy. Now me and this high school boy, just cute as hell. And we went back to his parents' house. And we snuck in through his bedroom window because he had snuck out. And so we're fooling around a little bit in his bedroom. And then I said, how would you like to come back to my place? And he was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. I said, what do you think about a three-way? So I brought this 16-year-old boy, excuse me, it's a little warm here today. I brought this 16-year-old boy back to the Montague. And Damon was like, who's this? And I said, oh, just somebody I met down in Westheimer. I thought I'd bring him home for us to play with. I mean, you wanted an open relationship, right? And Damon said, well, yeah, but... And I said, but not what? I said, come on, you want to have an open relationship, so let's do this. Let's share him. And we did. Yeah, Damon agreed reluctantly. And I put on quite the performance. Like, I made it seem like that 16-year-old high school boy was everything under the sun, honey. I mean, I was going for my adult video award. And yeah, after that, Damon said, yeah, I'm not really good with the open relationship thing after all. Sometimes you have to teach them that they don't necessarily want what they think they want. So after that happened, Bo came back to town. Probably about a month after that or so. Bo came back to town. And Bo came back with a new boyfriend. Her new boyfriend had just gotten out of prison. Yeah, he was a charmer. He was very good looking. He looked like he would mug you and then bang your brains out, but he was very good looking. And so he moved in with her in their own room at the Montague, and me and Damon had our own room at the Montague, and we were all palling around and double dating and things, and then her new boyfriend decided, we ought to go move to a different hotel. And so we were like, really? And he said, yeah, I'll pay for it. So he went out and he came back and all of a sudden had this money and a car. And I was like, what is going on? And he said, oh, I stole it. Okay, now I'm not innocent to that myself, so I didn't really say too much about the stolen car, but then he said what his money plan was, how he intended to make money, and he wanted Damon to help him. And they were going to be partners at this, and me and Bo were going to stay home, and we were going to be the little women and let the men take care of us. Yeah. Their big idea? Armed robbery. Yeah, armed robbery. Would you like to know what kind of armed robbery and how and why and all of that? Y'all know the routine. Be here tomorrow. I will too. I love you all. Thank you for the love and for the comments and for the follows and everything. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.